You're listening to the Deep Gripping Reality Podcast, the show that gives you leadership lessons and insights from the cutting edge of digital marketing. Hosted by Stephen J. Adelman. It's about to get deep.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be talking about something very, very interesting. Let's talk about NFTs. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about NFTs. So NFT, what is an NFT? NFT stands for non-fungible token. Non-fungible token. Non-fungible token? Yes, a non-fungible token. So what does that mean? Well, it means it's not tradable. So for example, if I went and wanted to buy some cryptocurrency, for example, my single US dollar is worth a certain value of cryptocurrency, right? Which would, it's literally a currency exchange. If I wanted to take a dollar into a US dollar into the bank and get a gold dollar coin, that's fungible. I can trade that. And I would get it. There's a value for value trade. A non-fungible token is basically something digital that cannot be, that's authentic, that it's one of a kind, right? There's copies out there, but this is something that's tied to proof that it is original and therefore has a lot of value. So specifically, if I was trying to break down why this is a big deal, it's basically like imagine if you had a Michael Jordan rookie card, okay? Even if you're not into sports, you know who Michael Jordan is, right? Or LeBron James, another great example. Say you had a LeBron James or a Kobe Bryant rookie card, right? Now that's rare, but it's not the only one, right? So that's still fungible. You could trade one for one. So NFTs have kind of taken a spotlight recently because, let me go to my correspondent in France, okay? Hold on just a sec. Thank you very much. So in France, there was a sale of a digital piece of art. An art house sold a digital piece of art. It was an NFT piece of art that was tied to blockchain currency. Ethereum specifically was used to purchase it, and it sold for $69 million in US. And this basically was a digital piece of art that had 4,000. It was a collage of 4,000 pieces of art, and it sold for, like I said, $69 million. Other pieces of digital art that have sold are the GIF Nyan Cat from about 10 years ago, sold for about $400,000. So there is a lot of money to be made in the NFT art, digital art world. But also you can make an NFT of anything. So that's it. Back to you. Okay, so thank you very much, my France correspondent, Parisian correspondent. Yeah, that's it. Anywho, so it's very interesting to me. NFTs are a very interesting thing. You may have heard of Gary Vaynerchuk talking about NFTs. Now, everybody should get into them and why they're such a big deal. But basically, it's a really weird but big digital flex. So there's a marketplace. There's an NFT marketplace. We're not talking about the dark web. We're talking about just a digital marketplace. So basically, anybody can create an NFT. It's a digital piece of content of some kind. There is an NFT for the Golden Gate Bridge that John Cleese, the cheeky British actor, was trying to push a little bit. But basically, it was just like a really crappy little sketch. And he was like, let's do $69 million for this sketch of the bridge. And the funny thing, it was a Brooklyn Bridge. The funny thing about that is he could actually get that. They're really, really big right now. I mentioned the Nyan Cat meme that was big, the GIF. Somebody basically uploaded that to the blockchain, because that's how it's all, I should have explained that. Sorry, it gets a little confusing. So it's all tied to the blockchain. So it's essentially a proof of ownership. It's a proof of authenticity. And that's what makes it interesting, is that you are owning a piece of of something digital that is an original. So if you could basically all you'd have to do is essentially set up an account, a cryptocurrency account. Ethereum seems to be the cryptocurrency used in most NFT exchanges, but you basically buy it. Well, if you're going to sell it, you upload a piece of digital currency to one of these NFT markets, and you register it, and you pay a little bit of a registration fee, I'm sure, and then you own that. So then you can sell it. You say a suggested price and a description, and then there's a marketplace for it. And the marketplace is not super flooded yet, but trust me, it will be. Another example of NFTs that people are actually more regularly into is digital skins for video games. And you can, there's the difference though there is that it's like once you own that, you can't trade it. So even though there's a lot of the same one, you can't trade it. It's non-fungible. It's you own it then, right? And the difference between the digital art NFTs and these type of NFTs are that with a digital art NFT, you get an original certificate saying that, yes, this is original, yes, I own it. And so that's very interesting as well to me. Now, in the art trading world before this, there was always a whole situation where they'd have to verify authenticity because there's a lot of copies out there. Like if I came forward and I said, this is an original sketch from Leonardo da Vinci, there'd be some hoops that I'd have to jump through to prove authenticity. Well, with an NFT, that's easy to do because it's all tied through the blockchain. So you can prove it. There's a digital footprint that shows this is an original piece, or I own the only NFT of this and I'm selling it. So it's interesting. There's a huge portfolio. You can basically create a portfolio of NFT stuff. If you're an artist or you have video or a recording or something that you want to have as an NFT, it's definitely a market to get into, and it's very interesting. And from what I understand, I keep saying interesting because there's no other way that I can describe it. I've never seen anything quite like this. It's a very strange marketplace, but it's once you kind of get it, I didn't get it for a long time. That's why I haven't covered it, is because I didn't really get it. But once you get it, it clicks. And you're like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. And I think the sale of this big digital piece of art made it click for me. I got it. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense to me, right? So, are NFTs a big deal? Yeah. Are they going to continue to be a big deal? I think so. Are they going to be a big deal for a long time? Probably. So, should you get into the NFT market? I don't know. If you want to, you could. I mean, it's basically like a flex. I think, Gary Vee said that he believes that at some point very soon that you'll basically have an NFT gallery and people will be able to check it out. In fact, that could be a great social media platform. Keep in mind, 99% of social media platforms die, so good luck with that. But if you had the right backing for it, you could have a social media platform where you basically have an NFT gallery. I mean, honestly, here's what I'm going to say, and this you heard this here first. This is my NFT of this. No, I'm kidding. But I think that if they really, really, really wanted to get a jump on it, Pinterest would create an NFT gallery. So Pinterest is the platform of shared ideas. It's a platform of this is what's happening, this is what's cool, this is what's, this is the big deal, right? These are, if you want to get inspired, you go to Pinterest. It's you pin your interests, right? I think that if Pinterest was smart, they would create a feature for NFT galleries where if you owned NFT artwork, you could share it there, you could show it there, and it would be authenticated as stuff that you own. I think that'd be a huge idea. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's something that absolutely should be done. But, I'm a little biased because it was my idea. So that's all I've got, folks. I just wanted to jump in, give my 2 cents on NFTs and the good and bad. Oh, I forgot the bad. So here's the good thing is it's cool, it's trendy, it's neat, and it's something that's growing. The bad thing is you got to be careful of fees. So there's what's called a standard fee. So I said Ethereum is the currency of choice for NFTs. So the thing that you have to be careful of is that essentially the platforms that this get traded on, one of the common fees is called a gas fee. The idea of a gas fee is this is the energy it takes to convert the currency and turn this into an NFT And, to me, it doesn't sound like it would take a lot of energy to do that, but that's what the gas fee is. There's also listing fees and in some cases brokerage fees. And, if you are going through an art house, there's going to be commission fees. So you have to be careful of the fees that are out there. That's the bad things. What it has to do for you and me, if you're a digital artist of any kind, whether you are a musician, an actual, artist who creates visual or audio art, NFTs might be an interesting way to get your name out there and actually make a lot of money. I used to joke when I was a kid. I was very, very talented as an artist when I was a kid. But I used to joke that, I was asked, why don't you get into this? Why don't you really, become an artist? And I used to joke that the only way you can be a successful artist is if you're dead or Banksy. And the problem with that is Banksy, I actually did a podcast about it a while back. Banksy is thought to be several artists. So it is what it is. But my point is, it's a very, very interesting thing to keep an eye out for. It's a very interesting thing to be aware of, and start thinking about how you may be able to cash in on this. I'm still wrapping my brain around it. I'm also still wrapping my brain around how podcasters may be able to take advantage of it and create their own NFTs and maybe monetize that, because I think there's something there. I just haven't ironed it out yet. In terms of branding, building brand awareness is a big deal. I'm thinking that I'm waiting for a company to get into this game, if you will, and do something funny. Here's a great example. So Jack Dorsey's first tweet ever. Jack Dorsey's the founder of Twitter, and his first tweet ever, I think it's currently going for $200,000, or it already did. But it's either being sold or it's already been sold. So proof of his first tweet ever. So an NFT can be literally anything, and once you claim ownership of it, you can sell it. So there's a video called Me at the Zoo. I believe that's what it is. And it is the first ever YouTube video. It's like 15 seconds long. And it's basically one of the founders of YouTube talking about how elephants are cool because they have trunks. It's kind of funny, but it's the very first video ever of on YouTube. I look for somebody to take that video and get a copy of it and sell it as an NFT. And I look for that video to sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions. Easily, because there's cryptocurrency millionaires out there that are looking for a way to flex, and it seems like a stupid waste of money. It seems like, especially when we have, in the United States, we're one of the richest countries in the world, but we have, child poverty, we have malnourishment. There's so much going on, and so much income inequality that it's sad. But at the same time, it's people are looking for ways to waste money. They're looking for ways to blow their money. They're bored, frankly. Something else that's along that same tangent is that Kylie Jenner, who makes, I think it's like $500,000 in 10 minutes or something stupid like that. It's an insane amount of money. Apparently one of her stylists is very sick. And so she started a GoFundMe to, Kylie Jenner started a GoFundMe to help pay for her, quote, friend, her stylist's medical bills, where the totality of those medical bills could be paid in less than half a day's work for Kylie. So a lot of people are really ripping on her because she could totally pay for it out of pocket, and instead she thinks she's doing the sweet thing by starting a GoFundMe. This is the same girl who started a GoFundMe to become a billionaire, the first billionaire influencer or something stupid like that. Now, what does that have to do with NFTs? It's another great example. I don't know if the GoFundMe is still up, but I think that if somebody did a screen grab of that GoFundMe and a screen grab of Kylie Jenner trying to promote it, that would make for an interesting NFT and would probably sell just because of the irony of it. So wrap your mind around what non-fungible tokens are and how they have value, why they have value, what can be done with them, and let me know your thoughts. I'm very interested to find out. So, I'm on all the social platforms at TDGR Podcast, or you can check me out on anchor.fm/TDGR. And so hopefully this has been valuable. Hopefully it's been helpful. Until next time, dig deep, my friends. You are all my friends. I love you very much. Dig it deep.
check out the Deep Gripping Reality Podcast, your place for digital marketing tips, tricks, hacks, personal sales strategies, and more, all on major platforms.